Usamos estampillas también.
Close enough.
You are now tuned in to your number one radio station.
Violent people.
Radio.
Hey there, folks. Welcome to Violent People. I am one of your hosts, Sam Damasio. With me, per usual, Dan Rice. Dan, how you doing?
Fantastic, man. Ready to talk some wrestling?
That you watched a lot of this week.
Well,
one particular match that we'll talk about in a little bit. And Chris, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great right now.
You love to hear it. You love to hear it. And our unofficial co-host, Cole. Cole, how you doing?
I'm good.
Great. Amazing. Thanks for all of you being so talkative. We're ready to get into it.
I wanted the other guys to say hi before I got into it. I got some beef. I got some beef to get into. No. Before we talk wrestling,
okay.
I said I had two grievances I needed to air. Number one, this is an airing of grievance on someone else's behalf. And this is maybe a little rude to Cole. You didn't want to ask Tim if he wanted to be on?
He did message me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I said, hey, one, you can still be on. Two, I had no idea. And how were we supposed to know?
I don't understand that part either, but I was like, Sam took care of this one. He's like, I'll get him.
The one time I asked for a guest days in advance. And Cole's got to talk about Best of the Super Juniors on this WrestleMania episode of Violent People Radio. So, you know what? Tim's got his own platform. Go listen to Q&T. They released an episode this week. It's good. KTT and Talk. Dynasty Talk. It's good stuff.
Grievance number 2. Your New York Knicks are facing Chris's Detroit Pistons, and somehow you're coming at me and my Cavs. I don't understand it.
Oh, I just don't like the Cavs.
We're on the opposite side of the bracket from you.
Yeah, and I hope we get to face Jarrett Allen and stuff him in a locker again.
I don't think you'll have to worry about that.
I don't think so either, Dan, but can I have this for a little bit?
Okay, yeah. You guys did whoop our ass 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago, and Evan Mobley has turned into a man since then, which is kind of fucking stupid. But what are you going to do? Anyway, if we lose to the Pistons, that's just our lot in life, and we should fire Tibbs immediately. Any other grievances, Dan?
I think that pretty much takes care of it. I'm sure something else will come up, naturally during the show.
All right, so let's talk MLW's Battle Riot. I wasn't here last week, and I was expecting a real good filibuster about the Battle Riot, and then you pretty much shit the bed. What's up with that?
You watched that show and you thought there's a lot to get into here.
There's a lot to dig into, and you were like, I don't want to talk about this.
It was not a good show, and I didn't feel like a lot happened.
Oh, come on. You didn't want to talk about this kind of nondescript CMLL Trios match that didn't really do much? Is that a no?
It was worse than... It was like, I have such a low bar for CMLL matches in MLW. I know what I'm getting into. I still usually like it. Nothing happened in that match.
Oh, I like it. I liked it. Kevin Aaron tries harder than any man should in MLW, and I appreciate that for him. Star Jr. also looks good in this match. He suffers from Johnny Gargano disease, where I hate everything he does between his moves, but he does some cool dives in this match. Then you were clearly a big fan of Janai Kai versus Himawari. Probably did not pronounce that correctly. What did you have against this match, Dan?
It's a Janai Kai match that went more than 1 minute.
Oh, man. I like Janai Kai.
I like her in
I think
1 minute
she's
squash
alright.
matches.
I think she's all right. And I think the using the hair as a weapon, I was like, this is a little goofy. Cool. That's fine. I'm not taking it too serious. I'm just, you know what? I'm not being a critic. So I'm taking Triple H's advice and just shutting the fuck up and treating this like entertainment. You know?
You're always saying you need to take Triple H's advice.
I'm always saying this. I accept his opinion on policy most of all. Hachicero versus Esfinge versus Templario. I thought this was good. I like this. It's just spotty. It's just a spotty three-way match. And Hachicero just gets to do some fun stuff. I'm like, you know what? Cool. I'm here for that. Sign me up. Not going to say, hey, you got to check this out.
Hechicero, Ultimo Guerrero, Soberano Jr., that three-way match?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No.
Did that
Much
take
better than
place
this.
on the
No,
streaming
that
platforms?
was...
MLL?
No, I don't think so.
Where'd that happen?
It's on YouTube.
In MLW?
No, it's in Mexico.
I don't know if I'm down for that. I only watch MLW and CMLL.
That's fair. I mean, the man's got to have a code.
I do respect your opinion on Dummy XO versus Shoko Nakajima.
Okay, if
Why
you were
did-
going to be really positive on this, I was like, this is like too much of a bit.
I did put this on 1.5x speed immediately.
And tell me it was still kind of slow?
Yeah, it was still kind of slow. I was like, this is rough. I don't know who Shoko is. Am I supposed to? Is that Cole? You tell me. I trust your opinion on these things as Dan. You know Dan, and Chris. Chris probably has a respectable opinion on this matter, but you're here, Cole. So, should I know who Shoko is?
No.
Yes.
That doesn't help us at all.
Great.
What the
I'm
hell?
glad we're at a consensus. Listen, if they're from TJPW, you don't need to know who they are.
Oh,
because every
that's
wrestler
so
on that
real.
roster sucks.
Hell
Wrong.
yeah.
She was just in a werewolf death match, which is a name I'm sure I like more than the match.
I'm not sure I could hate that match name more, to be fair. I was surprised that Shoko won. You did not seem shocked. You're like, get the belt.
I don't
off
think they
this
like
woman.
Dummy. Yeah, I think they realized that like Dummy sucks. What have we done?
I guess I would expect her to lose it to Janai Kai or someone else. That is
Well, you
a real
put it right back on
MLW
Janai Kai.
mainstay. And you kind of just ran through the battle riot last week. What's up with that? It's the best Mono match in the past decade.
It's the 7th best battle riot.
Oh, that's not
I
true.
doubt that's true. I doubt that's true. I take that back. The
We start
finish
with
really,
Jinder
the
Mahal,
finish really
buddy.
deflated me. Yeah, I love the first half. Well, I really like the first half.
Oh, I think it's all beautiful. I think it is the piece de resistance of Court Bauer booking.
The second
From-
half, I want more. I don't want to look at inside the ring at all. I just want to watch Paul Walter Hauser on the outside.
And that's what's beautiful. You can, Dan. They're
Yeah,
constantly showing you what Paul's doing out there, fucking around. And Paul, he loves to fuck around. He just, hey, I got my shopping cart. We're doing a little this, a little that. I'm busted open. Every time I take a bump, the refs are going to look at me with such stress in their hearts. You can see their blood pressure rising, thinking, oh man, this Hollywood star, and let me tell you, Paul Walter Hauser, he is a Hollywood star, might have just fucking brained himself on that last bump. It's incredible. It's incredible. And the first half is just like, hey, like you said, C-Mount, they gotta go. We gotta get them out of here. You said it's because they had to get a flight. Probably true. The alternative is Court's like, I need 40 people, and I really want to express my booking. I can't really do that with these guys here. Get them out of here. I love that the commentator kept saying, wow, we have a legend of wrestling enter the Battle Riot, which he said approximately 5 times. To the point Austin Aries called him out on it. And you know what, though? He said, you're damn right, though. It is true. Another
it was
legend
clear.
of wrestling.
He started to call him out on it and then realized, like, oh, I should agree with him on this. Paul Walter Hauser's in the new Fantastic Four, too. This guy, he's everywhere.
He's everywhere. He's on Joe Rogan. He's doing it all.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Joe Rogan on this podcast. Everyone's a big J-Ro fan. I also don't know if that's true. For clarity, he was on a podcast that is in. Is that called the Manoverse? Is that what they call that?
I'm glad to say I don't know.
Or is that Ben Shapiro? Anyway, politics aside, Court Bauer, the ultimate politician, fucked me over here by not pairing together Juicy Finau and Hachicero in this match. Despite them both being in the ring at the same time for minutes, we don't get an actual exchange between the two. A true travesty, and he should pay for his sins. But when you see Juicy Finau, you know it's good. You know you gotta love it. Why do you dislike the back half of this match?
I think, like I said, I think a lot of it comes down to the finish. Why do you make Rod Van Dam and Matt Riddle your last two?
Well, let's not worry about that, Dan. Let's talk about
who
Hammerstone being the pillar of this match, being just a real crux of the booking identity of this thing.
Hammerstone, Mr. Thomas, like I like my MLW guys. I wanted them more prominent. I wanted them more prominent, if anything.
I think Hammerstone looks good throughout this thing. Looks a little winded, but looks good. My only beef with some of the back half is that there's a lot of buildup for a lot of these wrestlers, but the actual eliminations are pretty ho-hum. Like Mr. Thomas, Hammerstone, they kind of just get eliminated. And it's like, oh well. Cruel kind of gets eliminated. Mads Kruger. Sorry, apologies.
Mads Kruger. Yeah, he comes in, and it's very funny because there's like 30 guys in the ring or whatever, and they all cower in fear from him. But then, like after that spot's done, it's like, okay, he's just a dude in the match.
That's so real. But he has a chainsaw when it comes to ring.
He does, but even then, I still feel like I would assume there's no chain on it, but I don't know.
Well, no. I know that at the very least, but it looked plastic. And I was like, what? Do we not pay out for the actual chainsaw without a chain? Crazy choice. Anyway, Matthew Justice fucking blows it in this one. I think twice. He gets essentially the Kofi Kingston, is he going to get eliminated? Is he not eliminated spot? And both his feet hit the floor, I think twice during the sequence that he's trying to do, where he gets put into a shopping cart. And is it Mr. Thomas? Someone big.
Yeah, I think Mr. Thomas runs him back with the shopping cart, right?
Yeah. Very fair to Matthew Justice. He gets up out of that shopping cart. But again, he's already hit the floor, both feet, multiple times at this point. Someone posted in the Discord that Kojima has a tumor in his brain. Is that what they said?
A benign tumor, yeah.
Benign tumor.
I believe, yeah.
Well, I'm glad he's okay, because he absolutely sucks in this match. Does absolutely nothing. Showing no respect for the Battle Riot.
He had the tumor removed. He's all right.
Not a single lariat to be found in this match. Embarrassing. He also just kind of like shuffles his feet as soon as he walks into the match. And that's pretty much the most activity you see of that man. Anyway, RVD and Matt Riddle finishing the match is inspired booking. I think that is a great way to end this thing off. RVD turns back the clock for one night only for his protege, Matt Riddle. And it's special. It's truly special stuff. You didn't like the Rolling Thunder?
No, first off, I've watched Rob Van Dam wrestle in the last few years. It's not shocking to me. I know what he looks like, but I knew Matt Riddle was gonna win. But like if they put him in, if Hammerstone would have been with him at the last minute, or even Dijak, I don't know. There are people where it's like, okay, I can suspend my disbelief. Maybe Riddle doesn't win, but it's like obviously Riddle was gonna win, and that just really bummed me out.
No, I disagree. I believe Court Bauer is capable of anything. And to think less of him isn't fair to him. How could you not think RVD stood a chance?
I didn't buy it for a second.
RVD versus Bishop, or what's his name?
Bishop Dyer.
Bishop Dyer. That's a sellout venues across the Midwest.
It's just like we have a 40-man battle riot, a title change, and it felt like nothing has changed in the world of MLW. Like, I love me some LW. I don't know what I'm looking forward to. So to be fair, I think the next show may be the Lucha show. So I guess I am looking forward to it. I lied, but still.
And they should book RVD and Matt Riddle versus Bishop Dyer and Donovan Dijak, main event the show. Possibly put barbed wire around the ring.
Now we're talking.
Court, call me up.
It appears that Matt Riddle's not making the trip to Mexico.
Ooh, wonder where that is. That seems weird. Feels like he would have all of his paperwork in order for travel across borders.
Is it maybe because he's kind of a AAA guy? Am I making that up? I really wish Pat was here.
Such a good point. I don't know the answer, Dan. So outside of Battle Riot, I watched more stuff. I won't dig into most of it. Is where
1984.
1984. They had matches such as Atlantis versus Spectre Jr. from January 4th. Really good, Atlantis. Lots of piss and vinegar in that one. Then a match that everyone is talking about still to this day, Billy Robinson versus Buck Zumthor. Everyone loves him. No problems there. Other matches, best match I watched though was Jose Lothario versus Black Gordman from Houston, January 13th. It's just two older gentlemen punching each other in the face for 5 minutes. Highly recommend. Saguna Keita reviewed it for a Jose Lothario complete and accurate. Called it epic. Agreed. Concurred. Thumbs up. Double thumbs up even. Give it a watch. And I try to watch some of this Defy show that happened over the past weekend. So I could say I'm current. But I know you're going to talk about some of that. Dan, what have you been watching?
I say I can start with the Defy show. I thought it was a good show. I completely skipped 2 of the matches. I didn't watch that first 6-man tag, or wait, just a tag. And I watched
It was a 3-way tag.
That's what it was. Okay, all right. Didn't watch that, so I got nothing.
Who cares?
Yeah, can't care at all. El Phantasmo versus Mance Warner. This is something this is unfair with Pat not here. This is something I've been sitting on for a while. Is Mance Warner good? I think
Where do you
maybe
rank?
no. I mean, I think Pat had him ranked at like 4 or something, but
yeah, great question. He was ranked 186 in the year 2024 in the VP 100.
okay. Officially, who's the high voter there?
Yeah, PTL. Pat.
Okay.
Pat. Yeah, 4. at 4.
Oh man, I
You nailed it.
spot on. Yeah, this is just like it's very, I don't know, very like listless brawling. They both work like their heels. They both look like guys I legitimately would not enjoy being around. They do this spot. There's a big fan, and they do a spot where they're shoving each other against the fan. But then, which is funny, is like you're getting your head shoved against the fan, but like you're not actually hitting the blades. That's not how fans work. But whatever. Then one of them, I can't remember who, shoves the fingers of the other one in the fan. Like that's a good spot. And me and my brother used to do that to each other. Like we would shove each other's fingers in there, and we'd act like it really really hurt. And then one time he shoved my fingers in a fan at my grandpa's house, but it was like a fan from like 1922, and it had like big heavy metal blades, and sliced the shit out of my finger.
Hell yeah.
And that stopped the game. So that was like the highlight of this match for me. I did not watch Randy Myers versus Miles DeVille. And then that leaves us to Zack Sabre Jr. versus Timothy Thatcher.
Match I also watched.
Really, really good. These guys, I think they got something. I think that Timothy
definitely felt like
Thatcher.
A
Go
B
ahead.
tier match of theirs. This didn't
That's
feel
tough
like
to
the-
argue
the-
with because
the A stuff.
their A stuff is really, really good though. So like that's tough for me to argue. But it's been what, almost a decade since we've seen them wrestle each other. I think Thatcher's on fire this year. I think he looked good here. I really like the finish. It was like quick and sudden, like, you know, bringing back some Evolved vibes. And yeah, I mean, I loved it. I thought it was easily the match of the show. Best match I watched in the last week for sure. Probably one of the best matches I watched this year. I did like Thatcher versus Travis Williams better, as far as just Thatcher matches go. But sounds like you weren't as high on it as me.
No. I liked it. I thought it was good. Like, I don't think these two are capable of less than that. I just think it was a little too paint by numbers in some aspect, but I like the way they paint. So I'm not gonna complain.
That's kind of where I'm at. Where like, if you told me this is their house show match, I'm like, yeah. But if I went to a house show and these guys were wrestling, I'd be fucking pumped.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So I don't know. Next was Amira versus Nicole Matthews versus Vert Vixen. I like this. I thought this was the best Vert Vixen match I've ever seen, because normally I think she sucks. Nicole Matthews did her cool like Spider German off the top rope, which I like. It was fun. Gabe Kidd versus Calvin Tankman. Both of these guys, I like both these guys, but I think they both have similar problems. So this is 8.1 on Cage Match. It was not that good.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy. You really liked it? Did you watch it?
No, I did not.
Oh.
I was thinking about it, and then I was like, I don't have enough time before this episode to watch both of these matches. So let's watch the Dragon Gate match instead.
I think my biggest problem with both guys is that their striking is super inconsistent, and like it's so obvious in this match because I'll show you a 60-second clip of it where it's just two guys beating the shit out of each other. It looks awesome, you know, chopping the hell out of each other. And then I'll show you a 60-second clip where Gabe Kidd is like lightly patting Tankman's back. And there's like a lot of that. Like he does a lot of like strikes to the Tankman's back, and like Tankman's got a big back. I feel like you could beat the shit out of that, like if you're a wrestler. And instead he just like lightly pats it.
Yes, please.
I'm proud. Like you can absorb it all.
Proud. Okay.
So yeah, it didn't work for me. I didn't love it. I don't know. And then the main event I liked, but you already said my criticism. So this cage match says 1935. I believe it's 38 minutes long.
Oh yeah, it's
If you cut out the middle, great
too
match.
fucking long. There's a point in the middle that I thought was good. I was like, we're building up heat. We're building to the hot tag. It's going well. And then I'm like, oh fuck, it goes 5 to 7 more minutes. Great. What are you doing, you idiots?
Yeah, they really kind of circled back on themselves. I know the exact point you're talking about. I like Sinner and Saint, but yeah, this was not their best work. So really, from that show, I mean, check out Zack Sabre versus Thatcher. The other matches I wanted to talk about, I watched about this week, is for some reason I watched the last 4 singles matches of one Mr. Jonathan Gresham.
Hell yeah.
Jonathan Gresham, You don't got to worry about it. This is not a Mance Warner thing. Jonathan Gresham, good wrestler. Hot takes.
Whoa!
He wrestled. The rest I watched were versus Marcus Mathers, Richard Holiday, Arez, and what's his name? Stallion Rogers. And yes, all of these are good. The Stallion Rogers match is really fun because it starts out, and I think Jonathan Grisham like does like a wrist lock, and one of the announcers screams "World of Sport Style."
That's what I love to
like
hear.
very excited. Like nothing's happened yet, but that was really good. The Arez match was fun because it's not like you think you're gonna get like just all the wacky submissions and chain wrestling, but you got the weird style and Gresham, and you do get that, but it's also like Gresham clearly very excited to be in Mexico because there's a lot of like ref shenanigans. And it's just really, really fun. The Richard Holiday match is maybe the weakest of the four, but like I don't have high thoughts of Richard Holiday, and it really shocked me. Like it was really good. Gresham selling his back in it. Lots of fun stuff. And the Marcus Mathers was good too, because it's a lot of like, and the announcers, I don't remember who was announcing that show, but they were pushing it too, where it's like he wants to prove himself against Gresham, so he's doing a lot of mat work before he pulls off his high flying stuff. But Gresham appears, he's a weird little dude, and I don't feel like him and his wife do each other any favors in the public relations stuff with Twitter and just their general vibes, but he still got it. I'm glad he's out of TNA. Maybe he'll go somewhere like Mexico and Indies that I'll actually watch him.
Probably not.
I'm probably not. I'll probably end up fucking on WWE Evolve ID.
Oh yeah, we're really building to that. Gotta go where your wife is. Anyway, is that all you watched? Is that
Pretty much,
everything?
yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
All right, Chris, you're up.
All right, Cole, you're up.
All right, Cole, you're up.
That's tough to top.
What did I watch? I watched the Fighting Detectives 3 show, which was really okay until the main event, which was bad. It was just like half an hour of guys slapping each other in the face. And I was like, okay, man, you can do something
That's
else
pretty
now.
sick.
No, that main event runtime has really, like, I've had the show open in a tab for days. And I can't do it yet.
It's just not worth it. I saw people saying like the Brother Yashi match versus Dan Tambro was like the low light of the show, but it's about as good as everything else on the show.
Oh God.
Everything's just like fine. And then the main event is bad. And between this and the last one, which also had like a stupid main event that I didn't like, I feel like I gotta give up on the astronauts a little bit. Because they're just too addicted to doing bits. All they do is bits now.
They're encroaching our territory.
Well, the first
Damn
show
right.
featured the greatest match in the history of all matches to ever take place.
Yeah, hard top. Hard top.
The first show was also just like really consistent throughout. It had a lot of really good stuff on it. And now every show is just like Shuji Ishikawa is gonna go like 12 minutes with some random guy. We're having a shoot style match, guys. All right. It's like, oh, this fucking stinks. So I watched that.
Shoot.
I watched the ZSJ versus Thatcher match, which was good, but felt closer to their PWG stuff than their Evolve stuff. And then I watched also the Astronauts versus Shinya Aoki and Keiko Nakamura match from DDT. That was really fucking good. That's actually like people should go watch that if they haven't already.
All right, Tim. That's one just for Dan. That's one just for Dan. Cole, what else? Keep it coming.
I watched AEW Dynasty.
Hell yeah.
I don't really have anything to say about it.
Thumbs
I thought it
up,
was
thumbs
a
down,
bad
thumbs in the middle.
Thumbs down. Thumbs down. Bad show.
Oh. Has somebody lost the touch?
Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe was good.
Tony's lost
And
the
then
touch. You heard it here first.
Tony booking 400 hours of Mike Bailey versus Ricochet versus Kenny Omega was not a good decision, is what I have to say about that.
Well, on the plus side, he has brought in AIW and AAW superstar Josh Alexander into the promotion. So things are looking up.
Maple Leaf Pro superstar Josh Alexander, who I will be
That's
seeing
the one.
live. I'll be seeing him live in May.
The walking weapon?
Walking weapon. One and a
They're
half the
insane.
Monster Mafia.
He's got headgear. That makes him a good technical wrestler.
Oh,
He's a shooter.
This is breaking news. I thought I was like behind. I'm like, I didn't know anything about this shit.
Oh, this match is happening right now. Pat is talking about it live in person. He is our live correspondent this week. For
Twitter told me that Jack Perry was the wild card.
Twitter?
I was lied to.
Shocking.
Yeah. I don't want to interrupt, but
wow.
I'm on Cage Match. Do you know who's in Big Japan Pro Wrestling right now? Ace Perry. They brought Ace Perry over. He's wrestled the Astronauts in back-to-back nights.
Is Ace Perry canceled?
Oh, I'm sure of it. I don't know why, but I'm just sure he is.
I don't know. I think it was just like friends with Jonathan Wolf or something.
Mm.
Who, to
I
my
don't know.
recollection, child predator.
Yeah.
They got Josh Crane over there too, though, right?
He definitely was. I don't know if he is for this tour. I didn't click on the show.
okay.
Jacob
Second.
Crane, Ace Perry, Dale Patricks, Madman Pondo. They got all the good guys over there.
All the fucking stars are in Big Japan Pro Wrestling. PJPW.
So Cole, do you watch any Ace Perry matches lately?
No.
Oh, okay. I just checking.
No, that was everything I watched for this month.
Hey,
I've
Cole.
been
Hey,
barely
Cole.
watching wrestling.
Quick question for you. Just 1 second. Have you ever watched an Ace Perry match?
I can't say that I have.
Would you be able to, if I sent you a series of photos, would you be able to identify which one of them was Ace Perry?
I could give it a shot, certainly.
No, that ain't gonna work for me.
Ace Perry's gone through a lot of changes, cosmetically speaking.
So are you saying I might not be able to identify him from a lineup?
Well, I don't know. I don't know the last time you checked in on Ace Perry, but
It's not. I would say 2017.
oh, I don't know if you
sounds
can
about
identify
right.
Ace Perry.
Well, interesting stuff.
This is
Interesting
an
stuff.
interesting looking guy.
Ace Perry 2025. Let's just look that up. Everyone that is listening.
I sent you a picture in the
thank you.
founder chat.
Looking
I gotta
great.
be honest with you. The first thing I thought was he's doing blackface.
Oh my God! No, the other guy.
Yeah, no, I got there. I got
Okay.
there. But you sent me a really small image, so I was like,
Well, I don't know
"Are you
what you
kidding
want.
me here?" No, I don't think I would have gotten that one.
Yeah, he used to have much shorter hair.
He used to be
Yeah.
kind of Matt Seidel-esque.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he looked like just like a caw.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
he
I'm
looked
sorry.
like a default wrestler. Now he's got
Now
long
he-
hair.
Looks like a hair metal band, like Poison. All
Or
right,
Motley Crue.
or Motley Crue. Cole, anything else that you want to talk about? Anything you want to get off your chest?
This Heat versus Bulls game has been ugly basketball. That's what's been on my mind.
Who are you a fan of?
I'm a Raptors guy.
Oh, no dog in that fight. You know what I'm saying?
When do they play again?
Oh, next year.
Oh, okay. All right. Just double check.
When's the lottery? Hey,
Listen,
they could
we're-
always win.
Scotty Barnes, good player.
Scotty Barnes,
That's a
Emmanuel
good boy
Quickley?
right there.
an even better player.
We got
IQ.
We're set up. RJ Barrett, we got
set up?
fellas. I feel like
Knicks
we're set
Junior.
up.
I like the Knicks Juniors. Of the Toronto Raptors.
Listen, Toronto Raptors legend Davion Mitchell is playing on the Miami Heat right now, making us all proud. We just live spiritually through the men we've traded away until we're good
Former
again.
Sacramento King. Man, these teams both finishing with a losing record and having a chance at the playoffs. That's good stuff. That's the stuff dreams are made of.
The East is in a good place, we promise.
East is in a good place. Funny how bad the 76ers were this year, though, right? Everyone fucking loved that.
That was
It's
awesome.
good shit.
That was,
yeah.
it was
That was-
really funny.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But I saw people being like, this like shows that the play-in tournament shit. I don't know that this has anything to do with the play-in tournament that everyone below the Pistons is a terrible, terrible team in the East. I don't think it has anything to do with the play-in tournament. Like if it was just the Magic and the Hawks, it's not like those are like top tier teams getting into the playoffs.
Yeah. Argue Hawks not very good because of Trae Young. Not very good. Magic really put a whooping on them in that fourth quarter. Good gravy.
That's when Trae Young pouted and got ejected.
Yep.
Dude, Trae was really mad.
I bet. So what do we talk about? We're not going to Big Top yet. Dan, are we plugging the site?
We're gonna plug the site. It's violentpeople.co. There's something going on that my boy Chris has a little thing to do with, called the VP100s. Yeah, what's going on with that?
Yeah, it posting 10 wrestlers every day. We're through 70 now as of the time of recording. By this time next week, there will only be 20 names left.
Hell yeah.
And so that's been taking up a lot of my time that I'm not
Oh my god, your banner for tomorrow is so good.
Thank you. But yeah, other like no wrestling this week. I've been working on that and at regular work and doing we unionized this week, so I've been busy with that. And also I'm just a social butterfly. I've been to 2 MLB games this week, along with like 3 birthday parties.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're popular as hell. That sounds like a calendar year for me.
Yeah, I had to. Well, I had to bake so many cakes though because of all the birthdays.
It's so fucking tough. I get it. I get it.
I was just constantly baking cakes, and that honestly took up 90% of the week.
I say this every June.
I'm baking a cake right now. If I sound distracted. Oh yeah.
I have so many thoughts. Dan, you wrote something this past week
Is that true?
about a boxer.
I didn't know that. I thought that was last week. But yeah, I wrote something about Stanley Ketchel. Really cool dude. I didn't know anything about him. And I was looking up stuff about Farmer Burns. I was like, who's the Stanley Ketchel guy? And then I'm like obsessed with him now. Just like folders and folders of documents. Ordered 2 books off Amazon.
You can shut up. It was last week. Sorry. It was last week. You can shut the fuck up.
I thought so, but like you telling me, and I was like, okay. I mean, people
I
can still
thought you
read
were
it.
promoting that you were going to post it. And I was like, April 9th. That's when you posted it. My bad.
I posted it the morning of last recording, so I guess
You
the
are the
afternoon.
premier historian in wrestling right now. How does it feel?
People are saying it. It feels awesome and deserved.
Do you think Pat could just start emailing all your pieces to Meltzer? Just say like, you a bitch, Meltzer, and see if he like responds. Starts a war with violent people.
I would love that.
Controversy creates cash.
Because if he hated violent people, everyone that hates Meltzer might love violent people.
That seems like a dangerous game.
Enemy, my enemy. Suddenly we're getting overwhelmed with traffic.
Suddenly we got the anti-woke brigade on our side.
Thank God. They're gonna love some of the wrestlers that I like, is all I'm gonna say.
If you like the Baka Gaijins,
Oh my God.
We were discussing the WrestleMania streaming schedule that I put up a few weeks ago. Way more popular than when I talk about a turn of the 20th century boxer.
Today, but in like 1 year, that might be really pop off. Your pieces are slow burns. Remember when you were like, "Oh, people actually have read my piece on
I thought you were being rude.
No, you were like, because when you post it, you're like, I have more retweets than actual views.
There was a point where more people were telling me they liked it than have read it.
And now that's not the case. Lots of people have read it.
Yeah.
I don't know if people have read the second one yet. What are you gonna do?
You gotta wait for it. And the third one's coming soon. I'm gonna bet the third one's out before next week. Before next week's episode.
That's wild, Dan.
Yeah.
You're really on top of your stuff.
I mean, I went so long without putting anything up that I'm like, I gotta make up for it. My fans have been clamoring.
Oh boy, have they! I wrote a bunch of words on why Josh Burnett sucks at booking, and then I lost all motivation to finish that. So, just 1,000 words I'm gonna burn at the stake. But cool.
You started saying that, and I felt terrible. I'm like, I didn't read this. What he posted something?
No. I don't post things. I just say, "Hey, my dog died." And people feel like, "Oh, okay," and then I don't do it. We were going to talk about WrestleMania weekend this week, but then I realized I don't think we want to really do that. Should we just talk about the NBA playoffs?
Big top NBA playoffs.
Please.
All right, let's do a pick'em. Let's break down every series that we have. We don't have the 8 seeds yet, but I feel like
the Cavs are going to beat the Hawks or the Heat, who are probably going to.
Oh, sure, but you gotta see how it plays out, Dan. You gotta talk about how it's gonna play out.
All right.
After they play in.
So none of our teams are in the West. So let's start there.
Fair.
Because I feel like we can't be bothered. Thunder versus either the Grizzlies or the winner of Kings versus Mavericks. Who do you think makes it to the 8 seed?
Ooh. I lean Grizzlies.
Gotta be the Grizzlies. Cole? What do you got?
I'm not sure.
The Grizzlies.
Cole's really stressing.
You
think Nico Harris is trusting his process?
They're free falling. I don't know. I feel like they have bad momentum right now. I feel like I could see the Sacramento Kings just sneaking in there.
For the record, very, very similar records in the last 10 games between the two teams. Like he's saying they're free falling.
Kings have not been playing great either.
I don't know if this guy's watching.
But they have Toronto Raptors legend DeMar DeRozan.
That's true. I do love DeMar.
You gotta respect that.
Yeah.
You gotta respect that. All right. You know what? That's fair. Chris, who do we got?
I'm gonna go on. Oh yeah, Chris, go ahead.
Out of the play-in for the West.
Yeah, who makes the 8 seed?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Grizz.
The Grizz. All right. Good call. All right. And then Thunder obviously moves forward. No one stands a chance.
Yeah, they're getting steamrolled by whoever
wins
the play-in is getting steamrolled.
I hope Chet teabags Triple J. Anyway, Nuggets versus Clippers. Does Jokic have it in him to take his team to the promised land?
I almost want to pick the Clippers for Ducky.
The
I'll
question
take the
is,
Clippers. Easy.
does
Toronto
anyone
Raptors
else
legend Kawhi Leonard?
like? It's not does Jokic have it in him. It's does anyone else on the team have anything?
That's very real. That's very real.
That's so and I love Jamal Murray, but are we really going to rely on Jamal Murray? I don't think so.
And I want to see. I want to see something happen with these Clippers. I'd like good things happen to Kawhi.
Good things happen to better people. James Harden and friends.
For the record, though, I am picking the Nuggets. Having said all this,
I'm gonna say Clippers in 6.
I'm picking Clippers as well. It's either I feel like Clippers win or Nuggets somehow make the Western Conference Finals. I don't feel like there's any in between. All right, moving on. Lakers versus T-Wolves. Who we got?
Lakers.
The Lakers. The Lake Show.
Yeah,
Cole,
it's
who you
the
got?
Lake Show, yo.
It's unfortunately the Lakers.
Yeah, it is the Lakers. It is the Lakers.
Yeah, Lakers
They have Luka. It's over.
they have it's LeBron who's gonna go playoff mode. Luka who's gonna go off. Austin Reeves is balling right now.
All right.
And
like
it
if
doesn't
you
matter anyone else on the team.
If you get 2 Luka going crazy games, 1 LeBron going crazy game, they just need to win one more, like, with everybody.
And then
And I just don't-
Austin Reeves is gonna go crazy.
Austin Reeves is good right now. So yeah, I don't. And I also think that Anthony Edwards is gonna be like, "This is on me."
A lot of
No more
hero ball.
ball. Yeah, and that's not gonna work well. But who knows? But they got a lot of size on the Lakers.
Then next up, Rockets versus Warriors. Does Jimmy have it in him?
It's playoffs. It's playoff Jimmy.
It's playoff Jimmy.
It's not just
Great
Jimmy.
first
It's
game.
playoff Jimmy.
Playoff Jimmy.
Curry's been playing a lot better with next to Jimmy than he was before. Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green is on the team still.
They didn't get that award yet, right?
50, not yet.
No.
I have $50 on the Rockets in real life.
Oh, love that. Love that energy. That means you feel confident.
I feel pretty good, and they're underdogs somehow.
They're underdogs.
Yeah, I got odds on that.
What are we? Okay. I might need to start getting back to bad habits.
I mean, the Rockets are good, like really, really good regular season team, but people are gonna they're gonna go underdog with the way the Warriors have been playing. Obviously, more experience in the playoffs on the Warriors than the Rockets, who are still like a really good, scrappy young team. I think the series is going 7. And I think we're gonna get a vintage Jimmy performance in game 7 to take the Warriors up to the top.
See, that's funny. My thought process is that they throw a lot of guys at Curry, and then over 6 or 7 games, Jimmy shrinks and disappears, and the Rockets win.
Hell yeah. I'm a difference on my head and my heart here. My head says Warriors. My heart says Rockets.
My heart does say Rockets. But
Cole, what says you?
My heart's always with Jimmy Butler. So I gotta go for the Warriors.
He's now a former Raptor, so I'm a little shocked here.
But he's a Raptor in spirit.
I don't even know what
you
that
have
means.
Fred VanVleet.
Fred VanVleet, yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Fred VanVleet.
Fred VanVleet Maybe we don't appreciate
Fuck
the
'em.
way he left the team a little bit.
Oh,
Maybe we're still tight about that.
drama. Okay. All right. Cool. I definitely got you here under false pretenses. Is this Big Top okay with you? I asked as we got into the first round of the Western
We did
Conference.
the entire first round of the Western Conference.
Yeah, I'm fine with this. I'm
Perfect.
participating.
We gotta find more Raptors in the Eastern
They're
Conference
out there.
bracket. They're fucking out there. The Cavs will either be facing the Hawks or the Heat. I've declared that the Heat have already won their game.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of either of those teams. Cavs in 4.
Yeah, Cavs in 4, easy.
Yeah, Cavs will dog walk them.
Cavs in 4, and I don't know that Mitchell plays much in that fourth game.
I could see the Heat maybe stealing one. But no, I'm saying Cavs in 4. That's not going to be as dominant as Thunder versus Western Conference number 8. But it's gonna be a bloodbath.
God bless. Cole, did you have an official stance here?
No, the Cavs are gonna fucking dominate.
Hell yeah. Pacers versus Bucks.
Now that's got a former Toronto Raptor. So you know we're going for the Pacers with Pascal Siakam.
There we go. There we go. A man is nothing but consistent except for Fred VanVleet.
He's consistent except when he's not.
Exactly. That's what I'm always saying about Cole.
I feel like the Bucks, but I don't have strong feelings on this one. I don't really know how this plays out.
Bucks in 6.
Is Lillard going to be there for the whole thing? Or at least, is he going to be there for most of it?
I'm not sure where we're at with Dame, but Giannis playing out of his mind right now. And I don't respect the Pacers. Never have, never will.
Oof, that's a tough situation to be in. I will give it to the Pacers. I do think they got it in them. If you also told me Giannis kicked the shit out of them for 6 games to win it, I would believe you.
Yeah, I thought the Bucks win more games without Lillard than they do with him. They're 16-8 when he's not playing.
Oh, that's crazy.
Tyrese Halliburton is going to be too busy watching WrestleMania to prepare for the series.
I don't respect Doc Rivers. He should not win a series. So, Cole, what'd you say?
I said Pacers.
Pacers. Okay. We got a bit of a split there. The big one. Knicks versus Pistons. I'll pick Knicks. I have to pick Knicks. But I'm not feeling great about it right now.
This was the other series. Oh, I love it. That I thought about putting money on. But like I'm too much of a Knicks hater to really like step back. Because I think the Pistons can win. But I also hate the Knicks. So I was like, I don't know.
This is such a confounding Knicks team. They should be incredible. And yet they flounder a lot.
Again, yeah, they flounder against good teams, specifically.
But are the Pistons that level of team is the question.
I mean, Pistons are 3-1 against the Knicks on the season.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Cade Cunningham is the best player in the series.
I won't say that, but what are you gonna do? I think I have 3 of the top 4 players in the series. And yet,
Wow,
I
you're
don't feel
just gonna-
confident.
You're gonna disrespect Tobias Harris like that.
Oh, I will.
I don't know. Let's say I agree with that. Let's say I say 3 of the top 4 are yours. How many of 5 through 9 are you guys? Because I think 5 through 9 are all Knicks.
That's a little crazy. I love it. Yes, let's go with it. Let's go with it.
I'm not looking at either of the rosters. I'm just saying things.
Respect
I-
Beasley. Respect future 6th man of the year runner up Malik Beasley.
Yeah, I don't know if I can go that far, but I appreciate the sentiment nonetheless. It's gonna be an interesting series. This should be like an elite defense, an elite offense, and yet it is not. It is not. Cole,
You
Make
already
a
know
stand.
what I'm gonna say. Who's
The
on
New
the
Knicks.
Knicks? OG Anunoby,
You
champion
got
with
it.
the Toronto Raptors.
The actual best player in this series. I love it. Thank you. I appreciate it. I needed that. Dan, did you say Knicks?
I think I said I couldn't choose, but I think it is going to be the Knicks. But
All right.
I think it's the best series. Of the
yeah.
first round.
Hey, Knicks are great TV in the playoffs, according to last year. Where they simply lost via attrition of bodies falling apart. The ultra competitive Celtics versus Magic. Anyone want to pick the Magic? Anyone have faith in Paulo Banchero?
I want to. I can't.
I
at
want
all.
to as well, but yeah, this is Celtics easy.
Cole, you gotta say it.
Is there a former Toronto Raptor in either of these teams?
I don't think so.
Oh, that makes it tough.
That makes it real tough.
Doesn't make it tough.
No, I mean it's gonna be the Celtics. I think the Celtics look more vulnerable this year than they did last year, at least. Like I think they're not gonna win, but because they almost lost to fucking completely injured Toronto Raptors who only had fucking Grady Dick and RJ Barrett. But like
maybe Brown will turn it back on. He's been like a down year relatively for his level of play all regular season. Maybe he'll turn it on for the playoffs, but I mean, he has not been the dominant two-way player that won the MVP last year.
yeah.
So now it will get a little bit more confusing because we've all picked different teams. We're all picking based on our previous selections. So for me, Thunder and Clippers. Thunder moves on. I don't see a path forward that they lose. They have too much going on here. And I'm not sure what the Clippers could do to stop that from happening.
I mean, you would need James Harden to finally beat the allegations. And,
Which I will say is not likely.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening. It would. Yeah, it's got to be the Thunder.
Gotta be a Thunder. Dan.
I didn't.
Nuggets or Thunder?
I'm gonna say Nuggets.
Hell yeah! You know what? If I picked the Nuggets, I'd say they'd win.
That's kind of where I'm at. Where I was sitting here thinking, yeah, Thunder over Clippers, but I'm like, I didn't pick the Clippers, and I don't know that I can say Thunder over Nuggets, so I'm going Nuggets.
I think there's too much championship experience on that team. Too much playoff experience. And everything I read about Jokic right now, it's like, oh, he's like a fucking pissed man. I love it. They get rid of their coach and they're like, correct. We did not need him. Fuck Mike Malone. Anyway. Cole.
Oh, it's gonna be Thunder over Clippers.
There we go. All right. Next up, Lakers versus Rockets or Warriors. I'll say Rockets over Lakers.
That's going to get even more confusing because I'm going to go Lakers over Rockets.
Yeah.
I'm going Lakers over Warriors.
All right.
Yeah, it's Lakers over Warriors.
So I would be the only person that's not talking about the Lakers next round. I just think Rockets got too many defenders. I think that is
Their defense
gonna
is
get them
elite.
through. I think that's just gonna get them through. Anyway, Cavs versus either Pacers or Bucks.
Cavs in 5.
Yeah, Giannis is going to have a crazy vintage Giannis performance that gets them 1 win. But Cavs are winning in 5 or 6. Even if Dame is like fully there, I don't see them being the Cavs.
Dame's going to hit like a sick half-court shot, so they're only down by 15.
I am foreseeing an elite tier Cavs choke job to the Pacers.
To the Pacers?
To the
I will not be on the
Pacers?
podcast that week. I will not be on the podcast that week. I will be off on a fucking island.
I think Mitchell turns back the clock. He's back on the Utah Jazz again.
If I watch Siakam and Turner lock up Mobley, I'll shoot myself.
Turner and Siakam just dunking on their asses. Mobley turning into a frail little sick child again. Who has a genetic disease that makes his limbs too long. And then Jarrett Allen being paper thin. Calling him Charmin because he's so soft.
I know this is all going back to that Knicks series, and I know I made this comment multiple times since then. I don't think Mobley and Allen knew you were allowed to rebound.
They will forget once again. I think these guys got PTSD, and it is going to show up hard and fast against the Pacers.
So for the record, that you have the Pacers going to the Eastern Conference Final.
Correct.
Okay, I just want to make sure you understood what you were saying.
Yep. Nope.
All right.
Back to back, baby.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Cavs team bus got hit by a meteor, and Mobley, Garland, Mitchell, Allen, all of them were incapacitated, could not make the series, and the Pacers
How's Tristan
won.
Thompson?
That's what happens.
Are we getting any Tristan Thompson minutes still?
Oh yeah, Tristan Thompson's okay.
Okay,
Tristan
good,
Thompson
good.
is playing like he has to play every minute of the game.
Fuck yeah.
All right, folks. It's next up, either Knicks or Pistons versus the Celtics.
Either way, it's the Celtics.
I do unfortunately think it's the Celtics. What a travesty it is once again. All right, once again, we are getting a little confusing. I think it's Thunder or Nuggets versus the Lakers or Rockets.
Lakers over Thunder.
Wow. All right. JJ Redick. How's everyone feeling? Love him? Next great NBA head coach?
Absolutely. He's gonna take these Thunder down.
Dan. Nugs or Lakers?
I'm having a tough time here because I didn't know that I thought the Nugs were gonna go so far, and I just don't.
You
know
picked them.
I picked
you
them.
picked
Like
them.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked by it because now I'm like, I'm gonna pick the Lakers over the Nuggets, but that's rough.
Oh,
You have to.
Howard.
If it's Lakers Nuggets, you have to go Nuggets over Lakers.
I think normally you do, but I think if that actually happens, Joker's got to be dead by that point, right? Like he's got to be playing every minute of every game, just having miraculous game after miraculous game. Like finally, he's too tired, and the Lakers take him.
Wow. All right. Good to know. Cole?
I'm gonna say Thunder over Lakers.
I will take Thunder over the Rockets. All right. Eastern Conference Finals. It's Cavs or Pacers versus the Celtics.
Pacers.
I will take the Celtics. I will take the Celtics here. What's everyone else got?
Cavs and 7.
Cavs.
Cavs and 7.
Wow.
Yes. Oh yes. I don't know. Like that helps our team. Like oh yeah. Okay.
Cole support means a whole heck of a lot. No Raptors to be found, but good for you.
I will have you know that I quickly earlier went to Tristan Thompson's Wikipedia to make sure he didn't play for the Raptors. He didn't. I was hoping he did at some point.
Well, if he did, we don't claim him.
Oh, he
Why
is
not?
Canadian. He is Canadian.
He's from
practically
Brampton.
the same.
He's from fucking Brampton. We do not like Tristan Thompson.
Oh, fucking
Hey,
Brampton.
man, let me tell you, I have no idea what fucking Brampton is.
Good.
So, anyway. Anyone? Chris, who do you got?
He's at Cavs.
He's
I
at
said
Cavs.
Cavs and 7.
And Cole said Cavs. Wow. Okay. It is Thunder or Lakers versus Cavs or Celtics.
The Cavs are beating LeBron.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
that would be a special finals.
No, if it's Cavs
That would
Lakers,
be
I might not be
something.
on that week either. But that's so good. That's so good for me. Personally, that's good.
That would be a crazy series if that
The
ended up
Cavs
happening.
are beating LeBron in 6.
Man.
I think the same thing.
I didn't pick either one of these teams to make it, so I feel I will not pick. But the Lakers would absolutely crush the Cavs. And I think it would be very funny for LeBron to win in Cleveland on the Lakers. Anyway, Celtics beat the Thunder, and evil once again reigns supreme because good things do not happen.
All right, Tony Khan.
All building to next year where the Knicks beat the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Come on.
You would
Play the
take
long
the
game here, folks.
Yeah.
Finish the story. What, Dan?
I just don't see. Like, you think the Lakers? I just don't see how the Lakers beat the Cavs if it came down to that. Would they have real Jackson Hayes minutes?
Oh,
Like, that
man.
really would
Oh,
be-
man. How fucking funny would it be if Jackson Hayes was out here out rebounding Jared Allen and Evan Mobley?
I mean, if they win, that has to be what's happening.
Or they got two 3 players. They're just making a whole bunch of shots.
That's fair.
I just don't know if So the Cavs could fight firepower with them. But I think the Celtics are winning. So what do I know? Cole, did you make a declaration?
Not yet. So I'm saying
Jeez.
Cavs over Thunder. I think Cavs over Thunder in the final because good triumphs over evil in the end.
Are we calling the Thunder evil?
Yes, absolutely.
Shea is not an ethical baller.
Why?
He's
Free
from
throw
Hamilton,
merchant.
Ontario, so I have to give
He's
it
the
up.
biggest free throw merchant in the league.
I think you should be allowed to have 78 future draft picks and win the NBA Finals.
Yeah, you got one or the other, Bucko.
Yeah, that's not really fair. So I'm calling foul on that.
All right, fair enough. And that's I guess that's the big top this week. Do we want to talk about WrestleMania weekend? No.
I don't care, but I think it's very funny that earlier today I went through and was highlighting matches. Really got my ass.
I opened up the streaming schedule, and then the second show being Colorado Wrestling Collective. I was like, how about the playoffs, baby? How about them playoffs? Dan, is there any good wrestling happening this weekend?
I mean, I'm sure there's some good stuff going on.
Dust Pro, obviously.
Yeah, we talked about that.
The troops.
Yep. I mean, there's stuff. There's nothing great. I mean, there's no show you want to watch. Is the problem? It's there's a bunch of matches I want to watch.
And after that, I'm like, I don't care. I thought it was very funny that Stardom's shows on Triller are pay-per-views and not part of Triller Plus. Very cool. They know their audience, and they know they're gonna buck up and pay $20 per show.
Now, do you know that this weekend we're getting? Again, I don't think you can watch it, but you're getting Ricky Shane Page versus Drake in a Pain in the Glass match.
A pain on the glass match or a pain in the glass match?
In the glass. Sorry.
Oh, perfect. No, that's good. That's good. That's a much better name than paint on a glass. Anyway, no, I was not aware of this. Is this for 7?
It's for Ruthless Pro.
Oh, okay.
When I go through what I did was because I'm a loser, is I went through the schedule and I highlighted matches I care about, at least somewhat. And the only show besides Dust Pro that have more than 3 matches is, I'm ashamed to admit, Spring Break. And I don't know how much I care about these matches, but the Senior Scramble.
That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
Zack Sabre Jr. versus Manders. Wagner family versus Los Desperados, and Janela and Sabu in a no rope barbed wire match. But that makes me sad that that's the show that I'm outside of Dusk Pro, that's the one with the most matches that I'm interested in.
That's good and healthy, Dan. You have a certain taste. That's for certain. All right. Do you want to get to questions?
We got some good ones.
I can't keep track, so I might need your help / for you to do it.
Okay, well.
Someone asked a question 3 days in advance.
Oh, they did.
Said, I got it.
I got it. What did I do with it when I had it?
I don't know.
I probably just took a screenshot of it and thought, I'll do something with this.
I'll save this.
Here it is. Jade says, if AEW bought out WWE, which top babyface would you like to see them turn into a heel who stalks an AEW wrestler's wife, and it's heavily implied he goons to pictures he takes of her? AKA the Diamond Dallas Page arc. I kind of want it to be... I wish Tony Khan was married, because I feel like Cody coming in and becoming a stalker of Tony's wife would be good.
Perfect.
Yeah, you do have to embarrass Cody.
Oh, and if AEW bought WWE and they were the only game in town, Cody would lap up the embarrassment.
Yep.
It would be shameless.
It would be so good. It would be the best TV AEW's ever put on.
It would be amazing.
Oh my god, he'd be crying, huge tears.
He would cut the most unhinged promos of his life.
I didn't know I wanted this till right now.
Yeah, it's absolutely got to be Cody.
Do you need me for the rest of the questions, or you got it from there?
I think I got the rest of them.
Okay.
My answer is bad question. Sorry. Better luck next time.
My favorite same thing.
I don't. You want me to know who a face in WWE is? I would have to answer Cody because he's the only one I'm aware of. So
Jey Uso.
Whatever. He's a face? Not to Quinn.
The crowd loves him.
The crowd loves him.
Yeet, yeet, yeet.
Cole, did you have an answer to this question?
I was going with Cody. That seemed
We're all
like the
going with
best
Cody.
answer.
And we're
I
all-
would, now that you've brought up Jey Uso, though, I would kind of like to see Jey Uso say yeet and then stalk someone's wife.
Yeah, he gets caught because he's
He's in the bushes eating too loud.
To be clear, if you told me Jey Uso did this as a babyface, I would not be surprised. If you told me, oh, people love that Jey Uso is gooning to someone else's wife, and they're huge fans, I would believe that the WWE faithful do love that idea and don't find it to be problematic in the slightest. Anyway. Next question from Steph. How is VPR going to tackle GWE? The old podcasts were like 8 hours long, and that was just with 2 hosts. So I don't imagine you'll be going through your top 100s. Would you be doing top 20, top 10, or would you just make the actual list the big top for the week? And Sam is required to answer this because he's the only one that voted in 2016. Tim said that I'm sure Dan voted in 2016. Dan, was he right?
He is right.
Okay.
I just didn't make a big
Correct.
fucking show of it.
What the fuck does that mean? You
I
have
have no idea. I have no idea. But
You're like, I didn't have the genius idea of starting a podcast.
yeah, I didn't have a podcast
And-
at the time.
Ugh. I don't understand the concept of the question because I've never done a long form GWE podcast.
I mean, I'm sure that we'd love to not think of big tops, so I'm sure during this will come up.
We'll
I'm sure
do this, something
big
like
up.
this.
Yeah.
But Pat already has told us he is not doing this.
He jumped in that real in
And
advance.
he was like, I'm not fucking doing that. This is why I'm watching 1984 wrestling to be like, okay, time to put the work in, time to put the pants on, figure this all out. Oh man, this is very funny. Sorry, Nico Harrison did not want to do this closed door round table where he adding content that he did not let any recording devices into, where he defended the trade of Luca, saying defense wins championships multiple times. Did not want to do this closed door roundtable. This was not his idea. This was something enforced by his owner, Patrick Dumont. That rocks. I love it. Go Mavs. So yeah, I don't know what we're doing for this. We'll probably do a big top. I don't think we'll be doing anything massive. Who knows? Maybe that changes. Maybe me and someone else want to do a GWE focused podcast for 6 months. Couldn't tell you.
Who'd you have at number 1?
Negro Casas.
That's a better answer than mine.
What was yours?
Brian Danielson. And then
Oh,
he came in number 1 in
fucking
everything
loser.
ever. Yeah.
Fucking loser. All right.
And he's probably gonna be number 1 again, and I'm really mad about it.
Oh man, it's gonna be even worse this time. Anyway, next question from Kona. Which Japanese shoot-style promotion would have been the best subject for a reality show? Think Vanderpump Rules, not like a documentary. I don't. What the fuck is this question?
Think the show you haven't watched.
I haven't seen Vanderpump Rules. I've heard things.
I've heard it's good. I've never seen it.
Dan, you have watched it. So what's the thoughts?
No, I've never watched Vanderpump Rules.
Cole, you definitely have watched it. Thoughts?
I've never seen a second.
Well, how are we supposed to answer this goddamn question if no one's seen
Well, it's-
Vanderpump Rules?
I assume
I'm
it's
sure
just
it's
like
like-
general
yeah.
reality show. It's obviously scripted for drama, that sort of thing. And the answer is UWF because Akira Maeda is a prick.
Yeah,
All right, sure.
that'd make
See,
good TV.
my thought was PWFG because I want a lot of Ken Shamrock getting fucking mad.
That's a
That
good
would
one.
also be very good.
That's good. Unfortunately, I don't want it to be a shoot style promotion. I do want it to be UWF though. Herb Adams, UWF. Next question.
Classic Vanderpump.
Classic Vanderpump, guys. You know it. Tim asks, with the continuing enshittification of the Mania Week family of wrestling content and the very likely spread to a similar style week of festivities surrounding All in Texas, do you think there could be a positive if more groups promotions took a stand a la IWTV to pick a side and only run piggybacking on one of the events, creating a unique feeling, or is it slop forever?
It's slop forever.
It's slop forever. And did IWTV take a stand? Is that what happened?
I don't know if I would call taking a stand, just not spending money.
And it's funny because
also-
I'm talking about how all these shows suck, but then I also was like embarrassed that IWTV wasn't streaming anything. I was like, come on, guys, you got to stream something.
Gosh, from something.
Wrestling Open will be on tomorrow night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll
part
be-
of the
I'll be there.
festivities. One, I don't think they have to do anything. Also, how's this All in Texas show going?
Oh,
I can buy a
okay.
lot of tickets right now.
Are we getting the ticket
Feels like
talk?
not a lot. What was it? Talking
Ticket
tickets.
Talking tickets.
Talking tickets. Talking tickets.
When are you guys gonna get the WrestleTix guy on here?
Oh my god. Oh, that's in
That's-
July, huh?
It's coming. Time was
quicker than you think.
fast. Quicker than you think. I'm not paying money for this Patreon. Just tell me if they're selling tickets.
Oh, I was looking at the schedule and I thought it was the same weekend as SCI, and I was like, that's funny. It's not. SCI is the next weekend.
God
I'm like,
bless.
fuck it. Do it in Texas.
Anyway, I do think Triller at some point will stop paying GCW money and decisions at that point will be made. But at this time, it'll continue to be slop.
Slop forever.
But no, I'm curious if AEW pulls in an actual indie wrestling weekend. Because that could be fun. That could be fun. That seems more in the spirit of things. I feel like WWE has become even more so its own thing. And that WWE fans are not more general wrestling fans. If you got Gunther versus Jey Uso, you really don't need anything else. We shall see. We shall see. All right. Next question. Nick Yeoman. Which wrestler from any time in history would be the best choice to face every contracted in-ring talent on the current WWE roster? 200, i.e., 200 or so one-on-one matches.
Terry Funk.
Yeah, that's a great answer. Terry Funk. Stealing it.
Madman Pondo.
Man, Pondo, great answer. Great answer.
He's
Modern
gassed.
day or peak?
He's modern day. He's gassed in the first 30 seconds of the first match, and
I would say
has
make
to
it-
do 199 more matches.
I say, yeah, make them all consecutive in a row.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
assumed it was
God.
like when like a
Chris
Joshi
Hero.
wrestler retires and they do like a bunch of like
Oh.
1 minute matches.
God, 200 minutes
Oh,
is
man.
so long for poor Pondo.
Yeah, even if they're just 1 minute matches for Pondo.
I mean, if they're 30-second matches, he's fucked.
Oh my God. Oof. Anyway, Cole, you got an answer?
Maybe Tenryu. Tenryu would be good. He would just punch them all in the face.
Sure. Why not? I love it. Haven, favorite album of all time?
This is a difficult question. There's so many all-time great albums. I
Which
have
one?
to give like my most boring answer though, which is In Rainbows by Radiohead.
Good stuff. Never heard it.
Mine is Tell All Your Friends by Taking Back Sunday, because I was 14 when
shot.
that came
Great.
out.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And it was
Hell
cool as
yes.
hell. It was
Yeah,
cool
I
as
was-
hell when I was.
I was 13 when In Rainbows came out.
Well, there you go. But I kissed a girl at Warped Tour. That's got to count for something. I'm just saying. I don't want to brag.
That's the
Oh
dream,
my
isn't it?
God.
Honorable mentions: Pet Sounds, Silver Jews, American Water, Currency Pilot Talk, Late Registration.
Oh, I want to say real fast. My favorite Kanye album is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
It's a good answer.
I'm just throwing out Late Registration.
Remain in Light, Station to Station. Like probably half of Dinosaur Jr.'s discography. Yeah.
Cole, Sam, you either got answers? Oh, cool.
I was not 14 when this album came out, but I was 14 when I found it. The Devil and God Are Raging Inside Me by Brand New. A big fan
Hell
of
yeah.
that album.
I'm going to see him in
Good
2
album, better
months.
people.
Oh, you're going to see them?
I give him my fucking hard-earned money.
That's crazy.
And if I would have got on earlier, I would have gave him more money. The good seats were sold out.
I don't know if they're ever coming to Canada again because more
Legally
grooming
speaking?
allegations come out every day.
That is a crazy choice though, because that's like their 3rd best album, but I'll allow it.
Their third
okay.
best.
That's pretty
Yeah.
true, but like, I like any of their albums besides their first one. I could probably say and feel like strong about because I've listened to them so much. What do you put as number 1?
Number 1 album?
Yeah, from them.
Oh, probably Daisy, but I know that's not popular.
No,
No,
Daisy is underrated.
I
Yeah.
hugely respect that. Daisy's really fucking good.
All right. Good stuff.
Sam, you got an answer?
Oh, not really. No. Not a big music guy.
Not a music guy.
I was gonna just say Frightened Rabbits Midnight Organ Fight.
That's a great album.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna get a brand new tattoo in
Oof.
like early, like late 2017. I was thinking about it, and then that happened. I was just like, no, I think I'm good.
Listen, I've listened to Brand New by watching Teddy Hart matches. What am I gonna do? It is what it is.
All right. Pork asks, who makes your all NBA teams? Can just be first team or all 3 teams if you want.
Oh my god.
I actually prepared an answer.
Thank you. I'm so glad.
Because I mean, first team is boring.
Please only give us your third team. I actually don't want your first or second.
Oh, that's fun.
My third team is Curry, Garland, Sengun, Mobley, and Triple J.
I love that.
Hell yeah.
Is the boring first team SGA, Joker, Giannis, Tatum, Mitchell?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I wrote down. So I'm boring.
I mean, like, Giannis, Tatum, Shea, and Jokic are the locks. And
That's
Mitchell, like, you can make arguments for other guys, but I think you gotta give it to Mitchell.
if you say so.
I mean, being the best player on the best team doesn't count
Best team?
in the East. I quietly said.
Very funny. Very funny. I feel like I would swap out Mitchell for Edwards. That would just be my team. Norman Powell's out here getting 21.8 points a game in 2024, 2025. Good on him.
Raptors legend.
Yeah,
Good
Norman's
on
balling
him.
this year.
I was just pulling up the basketball reference. I was like, I've not been doing a good job of keeping track of everything, but good old RJ Barrett still plugging away. God bless him.
I am happy you only asked for my third team, so I didn't have to name any Knicks.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. Because the Knicks are firmly second team NBA players, Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns. I've decided that OG Anunoby should actually make an All NBA team, but that's just me. Man,
Well,
sorry,
I'm gonna throw in a little NHL news. The Columbus Blue Jackets are officially out of the playoffs.
Oh,
Oh shit!
Made it longer than the Red Wings.
What are you gonna do? You know.
You had an investment in their success, and they failed you.
I'd already reserved playoff seats.
How that works?
Yeah, you don't have to pay money. You can just say I'm gonna buy them. Which I don't know what would have happened if I wouldn't have. Then I don't know.
banned from reserving.
I guess that's probably the answer.
All right, Cole. Did you have a team?
Oh no, I don't. That's too hard. That's too hard to think about.
The starting 5 of the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, wait. Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett, Jakob Poeltl, Emmanuel Quickly, Brandon Ingram.
Hell yeah, Bi.
I forgot Brandon Ingram was. Toronto
Me too. Until he
Raptor.
said Brandon Ingram, I was like,
are you sure about that? That's crazy.
forgot that happened.
What the fuck are Pelicans doing out here?
They've got Kelly Olynyk now.
Shrimp Biscuit 420 gives a very important question. Who is your dream guest for VPR? And more importantly, who would you have them replace for an episode?
Easy answer. Cole over Pat.
Thank you.
I'm living the
That's
fucking
so
dream
kind.
right now.
Love Pat. We also would not be talking about the NBA playoffs if he was here.
No, he would not.
We wouldn't be talking about Mania Weekend either. I guarantee.
That's true.
So, I don't know what we're talking about.
Can I have
Beats me.
maybe get this seems rude, but now I'm saying maybe get rid of Pat, bring on LeBron and JJ, have a little NBA talk.
I think LeBron's got some spicy wrestling opinions.
No, I'm not bringing LeBron on. I'm deferring to the podcast goat of the NBA. I'm bringing on Paul George.
Oh my god, thank God.
Podcast P.
Hey, how'd they do once he stopped recording? He was locking in. He was stopped recording so they could lock in. I got to check in on them real fast.
What was their record when he locked in?
Like
I feel like
unsalvageable already. I think
it was like an insane. It ain't happening. What are you doing? Level already.
All I can see is they went 1-9 in their last 10, so he wasn't locked in then.
Oh man, I don't know what my dream BPR guess is. Like, part of me wants to say Court Bauer, but I don't care. So it's Paul Walter Hauser.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
That's the one. Who would I kick off? It can't be Dan. MLW superstar. Chris, I'm sorry. You got to go for this one. You got to go.
You're gonna cut me with Paul Walter Hauser on.
You know what? Actually, kick me off. The three
Yeah.
of you. You know what? That sounds great.
Saginaw, Michigan legend Paul Walter Hauser. He played
The biggest
basketball
move
against
up
my
has to
brother.
be on the show.
Hey, basketball against your brother?
Yeah.
Now you got to kick him off.
No, I'll kick myself off because that'd be a hoot to listen to. And like most people, I don't like to talk to anyway, so even better.
Dream guest podcast for Sam, Vinny Massaro.
Dream podcast guest for VPR. Kick me off. Ad Frey.
I'm sick that week.
Me just Vic Venom Bites. He's on this week for VPR, not me. The most problematic people I can think of.
I'll just
Also,
calm it
I
down
don't
and
think
talk
5
about.
people is too much.
Yeah, I'm just gonna calm down Frey and Vic by talking about Jesse Lacey the whole time.
Cool.
But Cole,
Who's
you have to
your
kick
dream?
off 2 people, so you can be on too.
oh shit. Kick everyone off. Just me and the Necro Butcher talking politics, chopping it
Oh my
up for a
God,
solid
dude.
3 hours.
Talking shop.
Talking shop.
All right, I love it. Eamon, if there's a Hitman level set at WrestleMania, what would be some of the most fun ways to kill someone?
It's gotta be the
Collapse
sign.
the stage. Yeah.
You have to do something with the sign.
Just falls on 'em?
Remember when the wrestling sign was like oozing goop on the audience at one time? It was
No.
like melting.
What are you talking about?
This happened.
Yeah, sure.
I swear.
I'm not a big Hitman fan.
I would probably do something where you have to like pressure a wrestler and they're wearing like a certain kind of harness clip.
Oh, you gotta do it. Oh,
Okay, yeah. Ronda Rousey's pyro melted the WrestleMania sign, and they had to evacuate the section.
Going to WrestleMania sounds awesome.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I love the hardest one, so I actually can't answer after that one. All right, Cole, you got any hot Hitman takes?
Nah, I just love Hitman. It's a super
Cool.
fun
Good for you,
series.
man. Good for you. Ducky. I don't know about this one. If you could get one wrestler to play Hero Brine in the Minecraft movie 2, Who would it be and why? Not a good question. Sorry. Dan.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Chris.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken. What? Okay. Cole.
I am Steve. There you
Guys,
go.
I don't know what any of this means.
Chicken jockey.
Christ. Amen. Oh no, that's just an answer to a question. Never mind. Scroll. All right. All right. Tim, favorite set from Coachella this year or all time?
This goes back to my Kanye take. Whatever year he did the set after Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy came out. I don't know, 2013, 2014?
I have fond memories of watching the 2010 Yaysayer set and messaging my buddy Jake about it on AIM. So it's the 2010 Yaysayer Coachella set. You guys remember Yaysayer?
No.
No.
They're a big Pitchfork band for a couple years. A couple good albums. Couple really good albums.
All right. Next one. All right. Shrimp Biscuit. Top 3 Mania theme songs. Dan has proclaimed we can't do lists for answers. Do you still feel that way?
Did I say that?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I guess I still feel that way.
We were talking about fruits.
Oh, I did say it was like for cowards. Because it's like just pick your number one.
Just picking.
I have a problem. I don't know any WrestleMania theme songs.
Oh, that can't be true.
Like, I'm sure I know them, but like none of them stick out in my head. I mean, I guess Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, that's the easy answer. Or WrestleMania 33, I want to say, had Pitbull.
Yep. I saw him perform live. Tremendous experience. Green light.
Yeah, Green Light
give me the
is
green
definitely in
light.
the top 3.
So, gave it up for Pitbull. A real double whammy was WrestleMania 32. My House.
Ooh, My House is great too.
From Florida. That's
Okay, I got a list here. Oh, I like Coming Home. But did he like? Has that guy done anything wrong? But I do like that
go
song.
See him live.
I think it's a good song.
okay. Cool. Crack Addict for WrestleMania 19. My Way from WrestleMania 17. That's kind of all I got. If I'm gonna pick one, I am gonna go Crack Addict. So I think My Way. I only think for the WrestleMania, the Rock Austin video, less so than the WrestleMania 17.
Hell, they had the Red Hot Chili Peppers as the theme of WrestleMania 24.
You know what? They had some real bangers.
Snow Heyo.
No, yeah, you know that song.
I know that song, but I don't know if
No.
that's like a WrestleMania theme. It's kind of a chill song.
That's the Big Show Floyd one.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, that was a song. Damn.
Oh, I thought you were saying, ladies and gentlemen.
No, by Saliva. WrestleMania 23 theme song, ladies and gentlemen. That'll get your heart pumping.
It's really
That'll
cool
get
that
you in
like
the mood.
Saliva has had multiple WrestleMania theme songs.
That rocks. It rocks. Motorhead
the
doesn't
theme
have.
song?
Do they have none? Does Motorhead
I guess-
have zero
I
WrestleMania
think
theme
0.
songs?
What's the theme
Wow.
song this year, guys?
That's a great question. What WrestleMania are we on? 41?
Isn't it The Weeknd again?
What do you mean again?
Hasn't he been the like past 5 years? Has just been The Weeknd.
It's Timeless by Playboy Cardi and The Weeknd.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he did do last year's too. All right. 39. Also the weekend. This is
shit.
fucking disgusting. WrestleMania 38. Sacrifice. By the
Creed?
fucking weekend. Are you
Oh, shit.
kidding me?
So I told you.
There's a
Okay.
fucking
No,
conspiracy
now this
out
is
there.
actually a really good bit. I wanted them to keep this up now.
37.
years,
Sacred
6 theme
Tears.
songs.
The weekend. 36. Blinding Lights by. I don't
Weeknd.
know.
That's the Weeknd song.
That can't be the weekend. We can't keep doing
That's
this.
the Weeknd song. That's the Weeknd song.
Here's literally
That's
a Triple H Instagram post. 6 years, 6 theme songs. The only artist in WrestleMania history to hit that record.
Well, yeah, he's beating his own record of 5, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on here?
And then like you
Oh.
got
WrestleMania
Oh, boy.
35, One Republic. Good stuff. That stressed me out badly.
I think I was looking at the same list as you that only went to 31. So that I could get you typing, like trying to find the rest of the years. I enjoyed it.
I couldn't find a list. I could only find a YouTube playlist that doesn't list the artists. I hate it. I experienced Cole. Thank you for that. Thank you. For that.
This is like finding out the Haktua girl's back all over again.
She's back?
She is back,
And
and
better
she's
than ever.
independent. She's no longer under the thumb of Jake Paul's better.
If you guys are good finishing without out me, some union stuff came up, and I am going to attend to that.
You got it, boss.
Godspeed.
Go for it. Good luck.
I guess
Okay, now
not
he's
boss because that's
Well, no, now that he's gone, don't corporations rule?
Oh yeah.
fucking
We're all-
corporate. They're so fucking
Oh,
sick.
now that
Oh,
fucking
there's fucking-
troublemaker's gone. Oh,
I'm
We gotta
ahead of brand
squash that
partnerships,
union.
so I am firmly management. So,
Oh.
it's pretty cool stuff. I'm kidding for anyone that's listening to this podcast. Unions rock.
Well, you're not kidding. That's your job.
Oh, that is my job, but if the people at my company want to start a union, God bless. Okay. Scrolling.
I think it's Kana is next.
Oh, we have so many fucking questions this way. When John Cena wins the title from Cody, what should be his next feud? Why are they so many WWE questions this week?
To be fair, I did
Unexpected.
jokingly ask for WWE questions, so it might be my fault.
Okay, Dan, you can answer.
I think if Cena wins the title from Cody, you gotta go right into the next feud with I don't know. I guess Walter or Gunther.
Sure. Who else is in this fucking promotion?
I don't know, and I realize that he has the other title, so that doesn't really work. But
It's called failing
know.
up, man. Failing
don't-
up.
is Cena gonna win? I don't know. I don't know enough about what's going on. I feel like maybe The Rock shows up, and I don't know.
It does what makes it a triple threat. Dan,
What
what are
makes
you
it so
talking
Cena wins?
about?
He makes Cena win, I guess. But I feel like you keep the title on Cody. But I don't watch weekly, so it's like, what do I know? Like, how long do you want Cena to be a bad guy in his last year? It seems weird.
The whole time.
That's a very funny bit.
Just go for it. Who cares anymore? It doesn't
His
fucking
last
matter.
match, he just fucking rolls. Well, yeah, none of it matters. Last match, he loses, just rolls out, walks away.
Yeah. No fanfare. Just bye.
All right. Scrolling. All right. Cole, I don't understand the question, but when is Violet People releasing a commemorative challenge coin out of the Chive? And who is the Bill Murray equivalent that will be on it? Would you mind sending me a picture or article of what the fuck you're talking about?
Sure, let me get you to.
You just asked the guy with the loudest keyboard in the world to type for you.
I'm sorry, it's just how my desk is set up.
Real quick
Humor,
while you're
hotness,
doing that,
humanity.
I want to say like Black Mirror, still good, still pretty good.
Really?
I
have
don't know.
not
People feel
watched
like
in quite a
they
while.
exactly, Dan. That's what I was like. People feel like they lost the plot, and they're like, you know what? Don't give a shit. I'm here to say they've went a complete. And since season 4, they pretty much said this anthology business is too fucking hard. Let's just riff on all the stuff we've already done, and I think that's still pretty good. That's just me.
Oh, okay.
I'll take your word for it.
I was about to say the Chive is sold out of Bill Murray coins, but we can still find some on eBay here.
Okay, eBay.
Here, I'll send it in VP updates.
Thank you.
So,
Well, what's the point of this? Why is there a commemorative coin with Bill Murray on it?
because Bill Murray's kind of epic, you know?
Like
I
bacon.
like how
okay.
Yeah. I like how he's like rude to
So-
people.
Yeah, I like
like-
how he's an alleged sex offender.
Yeah, like when he touches people who don't want to be touched, like that's pretty cool.
It's pretty badass.
Yeah. Put him on a coin. We'll just keep Bill Murray as my vote.
Has Bill Murray been involved in wrestling?
Who is the Bill Murray of professional wrestling now?
That's an interesting question.
It's like a cult hero who's been in a lot of classics, but is also
Yeah,
still
let's
a
put
sex
Steve Austin on
offender.
the coin.
There you go.
Not a sex offender.
Just beats his
did
wife.
abuse his wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
it's equivalent-ish.
yeah. I think
I'd like to have it be the Undertaker and have like stuff that's like almost Nazi, but not. Like maybe we use the letter S and we use like a lightning, font. I'm just trying to
Just
sell
one
some
S,
coins.
though. Just one
Just one
S.
S. I'm not being crazy. Yeah.
We don't want to do anything untoward.
No, yeah, I'm trying to be cool here. I'm trying to be...
What is this? The other side of the coin?
Wait, what's on the
Or
other
is this
side
just-
of the Bill Murray coin? You are awesome.
Humor, hotness, humanity.
In
Oh,
Bill, we
hey,
trust.
question.
no, just put Triple H there and keep humor, hotness, humanity.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah,
that's good.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
I'll keep common Chivon's the back. That makes more sense too.
Yeah.
Um,
That was mostly to pop Tim, that question, but
we did obviously not to do this big top, but Eamon's big top pitch: draft a card using wrestlers at Mania weekend who aren't signed. That person who has the card with at least amount of votes has to review a WrestleMania match picked by each of the other co-hosts. Let me tell you something about this. We went a little bit of a different direction this week. So sorry about that. Sorry
who gets
about
Marcus?
that.
Oh wait, is Marcus Mathers signed? I need to know WID count.
I think it does.
I need to know.
think it does.
Damn it.
I'm assuming you have to sign something to be WWEID'd. So
Yeah, but I feel like that's a gimmick. One of the guys like signed it in the ring, like all excited. I don't know. Who knows?
Tim, which wrestler or promoter is going to be the first to get some dumb ass crypto bro to back an AI based wrestling promotion?
The obvious answer is Gabe, but he's back in the fold of WWE and stuff. So I think it goes to our favorite soldier, Court Bauer.
My God. Yeah, it is Court. Court will take money from anyone. I don't know what an AI based wrestling promotion is. Is like AI handling the booking? In which case, if you told me AI booked the back half of the Battle Riot, I'd buy it.
That is very and they're like, and then Rob Van Dam
Then
comes out.
RVD comes out.
And then Court's like,
and they
fuck it, I'll call him
eliminate-
RVD.
They eliminate Oh man.
I have a question for Cole real fast. Who's
Yeah.
the Iceman? He's a deathmatch wrestler from England, I believe.
Oh, I was thinking Iceman King Parsons.
No, I know who that is.
I don't know who the Iceman is. I
I
don't.
just expect you to know all wrestlers from England, so I'm a little upset. He just wrestled Necro Butcher 4 days ago on a show with a deathmatch tournament that has Mickey Knuckles and Tim Strange making it to the semifinals. So
That
it's
must be a
something.
pretty good show.
Yeah, there's something
All
going
right.
on there.
Those are the last of the questions. And big announcement. ICW going to Japan, and they're bringing Daisuke Sekimoto, or bringing in Sekimoto.
I would say he's probably already there.
It's probably already there. You would hope. You would hope.
I would say that's a real fucking. He's got him. He's scamming. He's getting them to get him airfare.
And in other exciting news, Ben Starr will be coming to a Retro Game Con in Syracuse, New York in October. So that's fun.
Oh
For all you
shit!
Final
Darren
Fantasy
McCarty's gonna
16
be
fans.
there too.
Sure, Dan. All the stars are there.
4-time Stanley Cup winner. Ever heard of him? Because I did just now.
Are you talking about ICW or Retro Game Con? I don't
Oh, sorry.
know anymore.
ICW is bringing him to Japan.
Okay, see, I was so confused.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I missed the Retro Game Con news. What's going on?
Never mind, Dan.
Okay,
But
I'm
no,
excited for
that's
it.
very cool. Thanks. Thank you, piece of shit. That's a wrap. Any closing remarks to tell our fans? You
I
think a
thought
single person's
Samoa
listening?
won the AIWA title, but he won the AIW Trios title, which makes more sense. And
Good,
check
good
out
for
the
him
site.
though.
Good stuff.
Check out-
Cole's gonna have a bunch
buy
of
a mug.
podcasts coming out soon.
Yeah, May is going to be the big month for podcasts. We're doing Watto Watch. We're doing a Master Watto fan watch of the best of the Super Juniors. It has a lot of good guys in it, and we're doing the Dramatic Kings of Comedy, the King of DDT. So there'll be a lot of tournament coverage to get people excited for the lab.
The lab.
And you can pitch for the lab too. It's not just me.
Cole doesn't need to be the only one there.
I don't
you're
have
allowed.
to be alone. You're allowed to come along.